It's around the Don Valley. Buried by a lot of green near an old abandoned highway.
Shit. Alright, let's do one more. Alright, yeah, so just, yeah, that, and yeah, it's just gonna be kind of very, ooh, I like that.
Stop here.
I like that, yeah, I like that. So, action.
3 years, kid. You haven't aged a day.
Do one more. A little slow on the walk.
Slower?
Yeah, because I was like, oh fuck. Alright. Action.
You starting to look used to that?
Yeah, no luck on that end. I've got somebody on it, but I fucked up the line.
It's around the Don Valley, buried by a lot of green near an old abandoned highway.
Huh. I already did that line in the previous shot, so we can go for the next one.
The invasion has already started, not just here, but through the fictional worlds. They want to attack here first. That's going to be tough to get to. I flew in early yesterday to survey everything. It looks like the enemy is on all sides.
That's a very tough line.
The invasion has already started.
After that, maybe at the rock. After that, meet me at the rendezvous point we've been planning for. Oh, I don't want to do that. That looks terrible. After that, why does my button keep coming off? After that,
Okay.
and that's gonna be the key, okay? So
Yep.
I'm just gonna try to get where these are just kind of,
Yeah.
Godzilla's just buried me alive in his god bukake. So it's like, you know, blah 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 blah, dialogue exposition. And I heard what happened. Sorry about your house. I have insurance! At least I think I do. Geico can save you 50% more on car insurance. It's a... See that? You know what I mean? That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
I think so. Yeah.
I heard about what happened after I left. Sorry about your house, kid.
I have insurance! At least I think I do.
I heard about what happened after we left. Ah, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, you had it. It was good. All right.
Sorry about your house, kid.
That thump broke it. That thump. It's like Peter Griffin. Ah! Stay put until I contact you.
Stay put. Where do you think you're going?
To find a butterfly! Alright, that's good.
Everyone.
Everyone! That doesn't actually happen. I mean everyone. Just need you to stay put because I'm safe and blah blah blah. Just react to things because I can't remember my lines. This is getting ridiculous. Things are gonna get ugly. You're a little concerned, but you're also kind of frustrated because you want to fight. At the same time, it's like, I think he can take care of himself.
My talents are wasted here.
Do you have Wi-Fi on your brain? Okay. 3 years but 30. But look at... Oh.
My arms are crossed, my bad.
Yeah. 3 years but 30, but look at you! Did you get an upgrade?
You could say that.
Let's do one more. I kind of fumbled a lot. My hair's a little... It's always about the hair with this thing, right?
Always.
3 years but 30. But look at you! Looks like you got a bit of an update.
You could say that.
Do one more. I'm fucking up that line. Wow, that's great. I mean, it's not like during the pandemic we had to recast you or anything. You're not supposed to look at the camera. I'm going very Deadpool on this line. Wow, not bad. I mean, it's not like during the pandemic we had to recast you or anything. Hold there, keep rolling, Brad. Wait a minute! How did you find the new location without... That's all, folks. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna put that right. That's good. You're no. It's like the. You're no fun anymore.
You're no fun anymore.
Alright, Jack, here's your quick one-line cameo. I'm just gonna kind of pull up like a double or triple features, kind of some along lines with that. But I'm also gonna give kind of a creepy face, like overly enthusiastic or something like that. So here we go. So are you gonna review them all as perhaps double or even triple features? So you're gonna review them all as double or perhaps triple features? So you're gonna read them all as perhaps double or triple features? We'll do one more. So you're gonna review them. So you're gonna review them all as double or perhaps triple features? There you go. There's your creepy 1-second cameo. Let me know how it works.
Oh, I got it. He's gonna cover one. Oh, I got it. He's gonna. Oh, I got it. He's gonna cover one episode per era.
Yeah, still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, still waiting on that. Yeah, still waiting on that. Yep, still waiting on that. Yep, still waiting on that. Yep, still waiting on that.
You're gonna cover them all? Them all? Daily, like Monster Madness?
Oh, it's informative and you know it. Shut up.
Well, guys, given his extremely busy schedule, he's probably just going to remaster all of my Super Kaiju Binge episodes.
What about all the Reptar episodes of the Parody Corner? What about all the Reptar episodes of the Parody Corner? What about all the Reptar episodes of the Parody Corner? What about all the fucking Reptar episodes of the Parody Corner? What about the fucking Reptar episodes of the Parody Corner? What about the Reptar episodes of the Parody Corner? My knees are killing me.
I heard the merchandise is pretty rad. I heard the merchandise is pretty rad. I heard the merchandise is pretty rad. I heard the merchandise is pretty rad.
Godzilla is not just a famous movie monster, he's a famous monster in general, especially throughout pop culture, with the original being one of the greatest films of all time in my opinion.
Godzilla. This motherfucker is the king of the monsters for a reason. He's the most memorable giant monster by far. There has been no more imitators, no more sequels than Godzilla. He has like 36 films, and each film just gets better and better every time. Except for Godzilla 1998, but oh well, I enjoyed that a bit. Mostly the cartoon series. My favourite out of all of them is Godzilla vs. Megalon. Literally, the best friggin' film that I've ever watched. Who doesn't like seeing massive explosions, over-the-top soundtracks, and guys in rubber suits absolutely beating the shit out of each other? It just never gets old. And even like Gamma and Ultraman are awesome as well. Like, Zoomation is the best way that Godzilla is portrayed in my opinion. Better than CGI, better than animatronics in my opinion. So yeah, I love this franchise.
Oh my fucking god! It was so cool. Godzilla just being like, "Rah!" and then the other ones being like, "Oh no!" And then the other soldiers are like, "Charge, man!" Ah! Pretty much any human conversation went like this. We need to destroy the monsters now. It's the only way to keep the human race from going extinct. Nah. We will save the environment by letting monsters go free. Stupid. No, it's not stupid. Okay. Oh yeah, in conclusion, this is a great movie.
It was rumored that the original story of Gojira, or Godzilla, would have been an eel that would have gotten into contact with toxic waste. However, this idea was ditched for a dinosaur. Thus, Godzilla was born.
Godzilla. Oh, what can I say about my big boy, the Big G? He's awesome, and he shoots atomic breath. That's another thing. He has, how many interpretations? He has like, well, basically, one of my favorite interpretations I want to say is Monstrous Godzilla. Monstrous Godzilla in general, for me, has the best qualities of Godzilla: the strength, the terror, and also kind of like the heroic side also. And also, in general, in my opinion, he has the best fight scenes. You know, don't go at me. But also, like I said though, I just think Godzilla's awesome. Like, who wouldn't love Godzilla? Godzilla's just one of the biggest icons of all time. And really, I always will love it. And basically, just Godzilla. When you also like when you hear, right, I just like mostly also the terror of like, or like kind of his message, like the message of him being like kind of like the bombs of Hiroshima are basically force of nature. But also another thing is he could also be many other things, and I think that makes him interesting. He could be a superhero, he could be a villain, he could be a force of nature, he could be a kind of like basically like a disaster, and I love that about him, and I always will love Godzilla. That's mostly what I gotta say.
Oh yeah, BigJackFilms, Godzilla's by far the best freaking thing in the world. Like seriously, it's one of the most awesomest thing ever made. I loved all of his freaking movies, like ever since I was a kid, okay? Like those films were awesome. And I'm gonna say the legendary movies are freaking awesome as well. And especially Godzilla versus Kong. Am I right, boy?
Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Hell yeah, my man, yeah! Cheese and sprinkles! Not me, that freaking movie sucks. As a matter of fact, Godzilla freaking sucks as well. Like, all the way, all of his movies sucks. What? Everyone, please ignore what my dad just said. Please ignore what my dad just said, okay? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. He's always been trouble, okay? He's always been trouble a lot, like, recently and just all that crap. Especially he killed Santa Claus, and he freaking beat the crap out of my friends, and literally, lied to Kermit the Frog and stuff about money and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he's always been trouble, okay? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
Out of all the Godzilla films I own, I sadly own only the Heisei era and the Millennium era. I also have got like the Legendary era right now, but I just want to focus on like something from the Millennium era, known as Godzilla vs. Megaris. I gotta say, this one is just an obscure one. I mean, for crying out loud. In this variation, it's a different kind of timeline because the Millennium series, they always try to reboot Godzilla. It's weird. And like in this one, they try to kill Godzilla by creating a black hole, which is just as crazy as the monster that they're facing called this Megaguirus. Something from like from the movie Rodan, where like those little bug things from before. Well, this time they turn into like a some sort of weird hive mind monster thing where like they try to grow this little thing right here with pincers. So it's a flying scorpion is pretty much what it is, which is weird. And can I just say, it's probably one of the most anime fights I've seen before Godzilla Final Wars. It's just ridiculous and I kind of love it.
Yo, dudes, Godzilla is really chill. He's got cool fire breath, he's got cool dorsal plates. Wait, which Godzilla are we talking about? Because I don't want to talk about that weird iguana version that appeared in the 1998 movie. Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the OG Godzilla. And I've only seen a few movies.
Hi, BigJackFilms. I heard you were doing a Godzilla review, which is awesome. And as you can see from this t-shirt and my collection right here, I'm a big fan of the Big G. I mean, Godzilla is awesome. I've been a fan since I was a little kid. I mean, you know, growing up loving dinosaurs and all that. But then Godzilla came and, you know, changed my life forever. I mean, I don't know where I would be without the Big G and all his famous monsters and whatnot. I mean, to be honest with you, Godzilla is amazing, and I don't know who doesn't love this character who's been around for a long time. But anyways, I really hope you enjoy this video that I made, BigJackFilms.
I love Godzilla. He has always been one of my favorite film franchises and characters of all time. He's up there with the likes of King Kong as one of my favorite monsters of all time. And the original 1954 film will always be one of the greatest films of all time and one of my personal favorites as well. He as a character has evolved, or grown, to the likes that all of us have never seen before. He is one of the few characters that can grow and live in modern age where there's nothing wrong with him. He can grow. He is a character that all of us can associate with. Yes, ever since 1954, he has grown into a monster that we all can relate with. And along with King Kong, he will always go on as the king of the monsters. He has grown ever since then. And there he is right now, living in infamy with King Kong right there. If it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't have these monsters today. We wouldn't have a big of a franchise, guys, that is even bigger than the MCU. And if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here right now. You know, the MonsterVerse might have never been made, but it was because of him. We got ourselves a MonsterVerse, and tons of others. This is my dedication to him, along with the King.
So one of my favorite films to watch, aside from the original 1933 King Kong and the OG Jurassic Park, is the 1956 Godzilla film, Gojira, which showed the great dangers, destructive power, and how we view nuclear weapons to this day. But one of my favorite versions of Godzilla is Godzilla the Animated Series, in which it is a sequel to the 1998 American Godzilla film, and which it remedied some of the wrongness that was done to it, where Godzilla had atomic breath, was immune to conventional weapons, and he fought a new Kaiju in almost every episode. And whenever I picture Godzilla, I just mostly picture Zilla. And I wish we could see him again in another Godzilla film, although it is unlikely to happen.
The first Godzilla movie I ever saw was Destroy All Monsters, and I saw it when I was a very little kid. I walked into the living room where my dad and uncle and grandpa was watching TV, and I saw Godzilla destroying the alien base and all the monsters living on Monsterland in the ending. And as a kid, I've been fascinated with dinosaurs, and seeing a giant fire-breathing dinosaur caught my attention immediately. And as I kept seeing more and more Godzilla films, I just been hooked ever since. And as I got older, I've learned that there was more to Godzilla than I thought.
I love Godzilla. I loved him ever since I was a kid. And watching these movies today as a freaking adult, I feel like I'm 9 years old all over again. I own the toys. I had 2 Godzilla toys growing up, and I gave my mother hell for nearly donating them. Actually, she did donate them, but that's besides the point. I love Godzilla. I also owned the Mega Godzilla as a kid, well, the Mega Godzilla toy, and just watching him, like, breathe fire right out of his mouth.
Nice and toasty.
Team Godzilla for life. Sorry, that's me. I'm Team Godzilla. I was always Team Godzilla from the beginning. Godzilla's amazing. Godzilla is king of the monsters in my opinion. Sorry, I like learning about Kong, but I like Godzilla more. My favorite is a hard pick between the original, Gojira, and King of the Monsters. I really like the 2019 King of the Monsters. It's probably my favorite MonsterVerse film. Even if I like Godzilla vs. Kong more. Yeah, and the reason why I like Godzilla is because Big Monkey versus Radioactive Lizard in his 50 years has taken on a black hole and destroyed a planet and whose heart had almost went to the center of the core of the Earth and blown it up. Yeah, sorry. Long live that king. King Gojira.
I can't get enough on how much I just love this series. Godzilla films were a big part of my childhood growing up, and I have some of the tapes right here. Godzilla vs. Mothra was one of my favorites I would used to rewatch as a kid, and I loved every moment of it. With the Shobijin singing and just Godzilla coming around and just rampaging. It was awesome to me. But the first film I ever seen was a 2014 film, but my god, did it impact my life and love for the kaiju genre in general. Just seeing that foot come down was amazing. You could feel the weight of these monsters. They felt real to us, even with the shitty like suits and the puppets. To us, they felt real as a kid. And I loved every moment of it. Every bit of it. It was just awesome in general.
So, I do love Godzilla. Why? Well, if not for him, I wouldn't have gotten into Power Rangers. I wouldn't have gotten into Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, etc. If not for Godzilla, I would probably not have also gotten into anime for that matter as well, because as James Rolfe once so poignantly put in his Mighty Morphin retrospective of sorts, is that the Tokusatsu umbrella is just so massive that it encompasses all these things. And of course, Godzilla was one of the very first things to help really kick that off, if not the very first, at least for Japan. So yeah, that's why I love Godzilla.
This might be a underrated opinion, but I actually like the Godzilla 1998 film, mainly because of the animated series and how it fixes all the flaws that the movie has. It was honestly my first introduction into the Godzilla franchise as a whole. And I know that it's really unlikely that this won't happen, but I still hope that somehow that Godzilla 98 somehow finds its way into the MonsterVerse and interacts with that version of Godzilla.